Jane Eyre, an orphan, lives with her cruel aunt, Mrs. Reed, and her cousins at Gateshead Hall. She is mistreated and isolated, which fosters her resilience and independence. Jane's strong sense of justice and desire for affection are evident even in her early confrontations with her relatives. Her intelligence and imagination also provide her with a means of escape from her harsh reality. Jane is sent to Lowood School, a harsh charity institution run by the tyrannical Mr. Brocklehurst. Here, she endures hardship but also forms a close friendship with Helen Burns, whose piety and stoicism influence her. The school improves after a typhus outbreak reveals its dire conditions. Miss Temple, a kind teacher, becomes a mentor to Jane, providing her with warmth and guidance, which helps her thrive academically and morally despite the school's hardships. As an adult, Jane becomes a governess at Thornfield Hall, employed by the mysterious and brooding Mr. Rochester to teach his ward, Adele. Jane finds contentment in her new role and the Thornfield environment. Her quiet but strong character begins to shine through as she navigates the complexities of her position and the enigmatic atmosphere of Thornfield. Jane and Mr. Rochester develop a complex relationship. Despite his brusque manner, Rochester appreciates Jane's intellect and moral fortitude, and they become friends. Jane saves Rochester from a fire in his bedroom, deepening their bond. Their conversations reveal their deep mutual respect and understanding, laying the groundwork for their romantic connection. Thornfield harbors secrets, notably strange noises and inexplicable events, such as the fire. Jane learns of Rochester's dark moods and enigmatic past, which contribute to the Gothic atmosphere. The presence of Grace Poole, a servant with mysterious duties, adds to the suspense and Jane's curiosity about the true nature of Thornfield's secrets. Rochester eventually proposes to Jane, revealing his love for her. Jane, despite feeling unworthy due to her social status, accepts, finding in Rochester a kindred spirit. Their engagement, however, is marked by unease and ominous occurrences, hinting at the underlying tensions and secrets that threaten their happiness. On their wedding day, it is revealed that Rochester is already married. His wife, Bertha Mason, is mentally ill and kept hidden in the attic. Jane is devastated and flees Thornfield. This revelation shatters Jane's dreams and forces her to confront the moral dilemma of staying with Rochester or maintaining her integrity and self-respect. Poverty-stricken and heartbroken, Jane wanders the moors until she is taken in by the Rivers family. They provide her with shelter and employment as a schoolteacher. She forms a bond with her stoic and ambitious cousin, St. John Rivers. Her time with the Rivers family allows her to recover and rediscover her sense of purpose and independence. Jane inherits a large fortune from her uncle, John Eyre, discovering that the Rivers are her cousins. This newfound wealth provides her with financial independence and a sense of belonging. Jane's inheritance symbolizes a reversal of fortune and the empowerment to choose her own destiny, free from societal constraints. St. John proposes to Jane, suggesting they marry and become missionaries in India. Jane admires his dedication but realizes she cannot marry without love and refuses. St. John's proposal represents a life of duty devoid of passion, contrasting sharply with the deep emotional connection she feels for Rochester. Jane is drawn back to Thornfield, driven by an inexplicable sense that Rochester needs her. She finds the mansion in ruins, having been destroyed by a fire set by Bertha Mason, who perished in the blaze. The destruction of Thornfield symbolizes the end of an era and the possibility of a new beginning for Jane and Rochester. Jane reunites with a now blind and maimed Rochester, who lives in seclusion at Ferndean. Their love endures, and Jane's care and devotion restore Rochester's spirit. This reunion emphasizes the theme of redemption and the transformative power of love and forgiveness. Jane marries Rochester, achieving personal and emotional fulfillment. The novel concludes with Jane asserting her autonomy and reflecting on her journey, highlighting the triumph of the human spirit over adversity. Jane's narration of her story from a position of contentment and stability underscores the novel's message of hope and resilience. The novel explores themes of love, morality, and social class. Jane's journey is one of self-discovery and personal integrity. The conflict between passion and duty, as well as the struggle for equality in relationships, are central themes. The novel also addresses themes of gender roles and the quest for self-respect and autonomy within a rigid social hierarchy. Fire and ice symbolize Jane's emotional journey, with fire representing passion and destruction, for example, the fire at Thornfield, and ice symbolizing coldness and repression, for example, the oppressive conditions at Lowood. The red room at Gateshead represents Jane's suffering and imprisonment. Other symbols include the chestnut tree struck by lightning, symbolizing Jane and Rochester's relationship, and Bertha Mason, representing the hidden and repressed aspects of Victorian society. Let us know in the comments what books you'd like to see summarized next. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this content and are interested in learning. Hope to see you in the next Clarifying Classics book summary.